Aloha kako. So in this video, it's gonna be super long. And just bear with me, it's super boring, but as a disclaimer, I am not going to be doing any advising for FAFSA because it is a government entity and I'm not going to be stepping on any feet when it comes to the government. I don't want to be sued. It has to do with taxes. But I'm going to give you a little background information about me. So I worked at a financial aid office and I learned a bunch of tips and tricks about loopholes in the system, and I'm going to be sharing that with you. So I wrote a bunch of notes and I'm just going to go through them briefly. And like I said, I won't advise you if you book a appointment with me, but I'm going to just share with you what I know. Okay. So FAFSA, it opens up October 1st, and this is thanks to the Obama administration, but it opens up midnight in California. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that'd be 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And FAFSA is based on your income or your parents' income. So if you are 26 years or older, and you are low income, you'll most likely have better chances of receiving FAFSA than someone who's younger. So if you're 25 years old or younger, it doesn't matter about your living situation. So whether or not you live with your mom or your dad, if you live off campus or on campus, that doesn't matter. The government still uses your parents' income to factor into how much your family can contribute to your education, whether or not they do. Okay, and that was one of the biggest complaints that I've dealt with, was students saying that they don't get any support from their family and that it wasn't fair. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. So there are special exceptions. So one, it would be if your parents have passed, or two, you're it's called an emancipated minor, and they require you to submit the court documents to the financial aid office, and they will waive that information for you, and you won't need your parents' information. Okay, the next thing, this is super important. So males, boys, who are ages 18 to 25, they need to be registered with the Select Services. So what is the Select Services system? It is a list of males that can potentially be drafted. So just know that if there is a war and we are short-handed on soldiers, you can potentially be drafted into war. And not many male students really understand like what they're signing when they do FAFSA. That's something super important. I want to encourage you, like, if you're a male, just wait maybe till after 26 to get your degree. I don't know, that's maybe the mama in me. Okay, next thing. Make up your mind on what school you want to go to, okay? And this is important because FAFSA will allow you to put up to 10 schools on the application. But they don't tell you that FAFSA only goes to the first school that is on your list, okay? Let's say you've done it October 1st, you got it in, well, you change your mind. Your FAFSA didn't go to the next school. You need to contact the school that's on your application list, the first one. You have to contact the financial aid office. You have to cancel your FAFSA, and then you have to let the school that was number 2 on your FAFSA application, and then tell them to process your FAFSA. Okay? Let's see. Next one. Oh, and then just so you know, like, once you let the second school know, when you insert your name into FAFSA, and then FAFSA gives it to those schools, your name is no longer on the top. It goes in ascending order, and that's when it is processed. So your name will go on the bottom list if you choose your second school. So just make up your mind, choose one school and go to it. Next thing, so reoccurring students. Reoccurring students are more likely to receive more funds, and this is why. Because incoming students and transfer students, their FAFSAs are not processed until they are accepted into a program of study, okay? So let me explain. There's a difference between being accepted into your school and being accepted into your program or your major, okay? So your program has to notify financial aid that you are going to that you have been accepted into the program. So until that office notifies financial aid, your FAFSA won't be processed, okay? So each school is given like a set budget or a set amount of money that they can award to students until they start offering loans. So until that budget is drained and they have to use their entire money, otherwise they won't be awarded that same amount of money. So this is why a lot of students go into debt, because they take out loans. And I'm not even going to be discussing loans because my goal is for you to get scholarships. So we're not even going to go there with loans. And then the next one. Okay, here's a tip. Have your parents or your partner, so say if you're married, sign. It's called an authorization form. It could be different at other schools. I'm not confident, but the authorization form allows your parent or your significant other to call the financial aid office without having you right next to them, and to figure out the status or if they need any missing documentation. That's going to be your best bet. And you have to sign the authorization form every year. It doesn't carry on. Okay, another tip. You can request for an increase in your budget, okay? So let me explain. When I say an increase in budget, so FAFSA only allows you to make a certain amount of money from the government funds and outside scholarships. Once you've gone over that budget, they will start taking scholarships away. So you can increase your budget for like a laptop and medical bills. And if I'm not mistaken, for childcare, each school is going to be different. So ask them what you can use to increase your budget. Yeah, what's considered acceptable so that you can gain more scholarships, okay? Two, you have to pay your taxes on your scholarships. I think the school will send you, it's something called a 1098, and that stuff, so make sure you set like a set amount on the side so that taxes will be taken care of and you won't have to panic. Another thing is that students don't know, but they can sign up for, it's called SNAP. SNAP is the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, or EBT. As a student, you'll be able to get assistance with food, your food bill. And something that I did that one of my classmates had taught me was that I made a calendar of like all of the dates or important dates that were that had food, like free food. So the school that I went to had something called Spam Jam, where it was like a study night for students and they were giving out free food. I just had to go and get it. But that was something that really helped me save money. And I also did a study abroad. So I did my study abroad in New Zealand. But you have to notify the financial aid office that you'll be doing that. And yeah, I hope I didn't miss anything. So thanks for watching this long video.